Chapter 23, Cultivation of Land. Al-Harth wal Muzara'ah. Surah 32, 827. Do they not consider that we drive the water to a land having no herbage? Then we bring forth thereby seed produce, of which their cattle and they themselves eat. Surah 6, 842. And he it is who produces gardens of vine, trellised, and palms, and seed produce, of which the fruits are of various sorts, and olives and pomegranates, like and unlike. Surah 48, 829. Like seed produce that puts forth its sprout, then strengthens it, so it becomes stout and stands firmly on its stem, delighting the sowers. Hearth is the tilling of land, and Muzara'ah, from Zara, he sowed the seed, is the making of a contract with another for labor on land to sow and till it for a share of its produce. The Holy Quran draws attention to the necessity of turning waste land into gardens by making arrangements for watering it and growing good crops. Hadith speaks of it as an act of great merit, but it gives a warning at the same time that a people who give themselves up entirely to agriculture, neglecting other lines of their development, are not capable of great and glorious deeds. Impetus is given to the cultivation of wasteland. It is allowed to let another person land for cultivation for a part of the produce or for money, but it is at the same time recommended that a person who can afford it should give land rent-free to his poor brother. A person having his land on a water channel is entitled to water his fields, but he must allow the water to pass on to others when his need is satisfied. The digging of a well is an act of great merit. A neighbor's right to land must be respected very scrupulously. Anas said, Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, there is no Muslim who plants a tree or cultivates land, then there eat of it birds or a man or an animal, but it is a charity for him. It is reported about Abu Umama that he said, when he saw a plow and some other agricultural implements, I heard the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, say, this does not enter the house of a people, but it brings ingloriousness with it. Well, sometimes there's manure, these things can go through manure, so basically a rule for everything, right? Shah reported, the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, whoever cultivates land which is not the property of any one has a better title to it. Abu Jafar said, there was not in Medina any house of the immigrants, but they cultivated land on 1/3 and 1/4 of the produce. And Umar employed people for cultivation on condition that if Umar supplied the seed from his pocket, he should have 1/2 of the produce. And if they supplied the seed, they should have such and such a portion. Ibn Umar reported, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, granted the lands of Khibar to the Jews on condition that they worked thereon and cultivated them, and they should have half the produce. Rafi reported they used to have land cultivated in the time of the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, taking what grew on the watercourses or anything which the owner of the land reserved for himself. So the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, forbade this. I, the reporter, said to Rafi, how is it if it is done on payment of dinars and dirhams? Rafi said, there is no harm in taking dinars and dirhams. Amr said, I said to Ta'us, thou should give up Makabra, for they say that the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, forbade it. He said, Ibn Abbas informed me that the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, did not forbid this, but he only said, if one of you gives it as a gift to his brother, it is better for him than that he takes it for a fixed payment. Abu Hurairah reported, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, excess of water should not be withheld, arresting thereby the growth of herbage. The Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, whoever digs the well of Ruma, for him is paradise. So Uthman had it dug. Ibn Umar said, the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, whoever takes any part of land without having a right to it, he shall be, as a punishment for it, sunk down into the earth on the day of resurrection to the depth of 7 earths.